Hi guys, hello and welcome. So guys, today we are going to do a star pattern 4. For me, what the nomenclature that I follow is that it was the right star pattern and now it is inverted right star pattern, right? So why I'm saying that? Because till now we have covered three types of star pattern. This was the first star pattern that we completed, right? This was the left star pattern, okay? Then we did the inverted form of it like 3, 2 and 1. This was known as inverted left star pattern. This is what the nomenclature that I'm following, right? This was the right star pattern, that is 1 1 2. We just discussed on to my third lecture regarding that, right? So this was the third pattern, and the fourth pattern that we are going to do is that we are taking a mirror image of it, that is inverted right star pattern, right? Like 3 2 1, this kind of stuff, right? So now let's say interviewer says that, hey bro, the only thing that you have to do is that print me this particular inverted right star pattern. So you will say, sir, what do you mean by inverted right star pattern? Let's say if that guy is a little bit techie, he says that I want you to print this particular pattern, right? 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 2 and 1, right? He has given you to print this particular star pattern. It's very easy. It was easier the day I started the lecture, right? It was even more easier, right? At this point of time, only two things you have to remember. What you have to remember? Find the number of rows. How many rows are there? How many rows are there over here, guys? Please explain. One, two, three, four, five. Very simple. And the second thing that I told you, that in your mind you have to visualize that you are creating a, or you are completing a square, or you are completing a particular rectangle, right? By dividing your lines like this, right? Once you have divided it into number of rows and number of columns like this, although it has to be a square, but my drawing is absolutely great, that's why it's looking like a rectangle, but you have to do it in your mind, right? And then you have to divide it, let's say. So in order to achieve this, in order to print this fourth star pattern, guys, you have to take care of first star pattern very first, right? So first star pattern was like this: 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5, right? So this is what it is here as well. Very nice. We have already discussed and we know the entire logic of doing it, right? So let's do it. First, try to understand it with the help of an example. Okay. I hope I am making clear how what is the logic over here, right? So what I told you, do not touch your base loop. What is your base loop? What is your base loop? I have already explained. Your loop that keeps a track of how many rows are there, right? So this is your first loop, because this base loop is required so that you're able to print this asterisk sign in n number of lines, n number of rows, right? So in the base loop, what we are doing, I'm not touching the logic over here, not changing. I'm keeping it a static kind of stuff over here. Even I can change it over here. I know how to build the logic at this point of time, but for those who are learning it, do not get confused. Do not touch your base loop. That is the first for loop. बाकी आपको जो भी करना है, whatever you want to do at the with the logic of how to print in your printing loop, you can change your logic. Do try to become a hacker and coder, but do not touch your base loop as of now. Why I'm saying that? At the end of my entire series and playlist, once all 20, 25, 30 questions are ready for interview, I tell you why I said this. So it's a very pre-planned structure that I'm following, right? So just trust in me, guys. I trust you all, right? So I equals 1, I is less than equal to 5, and I plus plus. Okay. So this was the first loop, which is simply keeping a track of how many times a loop has to run. Inner loops have to run, right? Or the printing loops have to run. So for I equals 1, first time you have to print 1, right? So the first requirement is that for in first row you have to print 1, and in second row you have to print twice, third row you have to print thrice, 4 and 5 and so on. So for this you have to follow the star pattern 1. And the logic of star pattern 1 was very simple. What we did is that we, let's say for j equals 1, why we started with 1? Because we have to print the value of, let's say this is dot only one time. And what was the second logic? I am just reiterating j less than equal to I. Why? Because first row 1 is less than equal to 1, it will simply print only one time, right? In the second time, when j value will increase, 2 is less than equal to 1, loop will terminate. Again it will start from the start. I've already told you the now the value of I will be 2. So 1 less than equal to 2. So for 1 it will print 1. For the second time, like if 1 is less than 1, it will print 1. Like then value of j will increase 2 to 2. 2 is less than equal to 2. This one. So it will print you twice, right? Again, the value of j will increase. It will say 3 less than equal to 2. Condition false. This loop will, inner loop will terminate. And now the first loop will, like, control execution will again go over here. Now what will happen this time? The value of I is 3. So j is less than equal to 3. So 1 is less than equal to 3. Condition satisfied. Ek bar first time. One time it will print asterisk again. J plus plus 2 is less than equal to 3, 3, and then j plus plus 3 equal to 3. So this is how we did our first program, right? Guys, I hope you guys remember the concept. Arey, bro, this nothing to remember over here. It's very damn easy, right? One or twice practice. Just make your this loop as a constant like a k in physics. Your problem will get solved very easily, right? So first you have to print this particular pattern. Now, in order to print this, you have to take another for loop. And in this for loop, what you have to do? You have to print 5 times. So take k equal to 5. And how many asterisks are required to be printed? 5 asterisks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So the logic would be equal to k less than equal to I, right? Because this is also following the base loop, and this is also following the base loop. I'm sorry, the page is getting dirty, but really sorry. Okay. So k less than equal to I, and k minus minus. You have to decrementing because the requirement is first time, pehli bar 5 times, second times 4 times, third time 3 times, fourth time 2, and the fifth time 1. So k is 5. Let's say it is first time the loop is running. So how it is going to work? I'm just giving you a very easy way explanation, right? Okay. Row is 1, I equals 1, right? Your row is 1. Okay, in this loop it will come j equals 1, 1 less than equal to 1. Yes, fine. Condition satisfied. It will print a dot over here, right? Again the second loop will keep on running till it condition is false, right? 2 is not less than equal to 1, j plus plus will happen. 2 is not less than equal to 1, loop will terminate. Now the execution will come to the third loop, third for loop. Over here what it is saying, 5 is less than equal to I, right? So it will print 5 times asterisk, sorry, it will print asterisk, right? So 5 is less than equal to 1, right? First time condition satisfied, what will happen is it will print star, right? Loop will decrease. It will now k value is 4, right? So 4 is less than equal to 1. Yes, it will print. Then 3 is less than equal to 1. It will print yes. Then the value of k will further decrease to 2 is less than equal to 1. Yes, and the k value will further decrease 1. 1 is not less than, but yes, it is equal to 1. 1 is equal to 1. So this is how your first loop got, first time everything got printed, right? I hope I am making sense. Just be I'm in doubt, please let me know in the comment section, guys, right? So this was the first time. Second time, when the value of I is equal to 2, when I was equal to 2, j is equal to 1, 1 less than 1, it will print over here, right? Again j plus plus 2, 2 less than equal to 2. Yes, it will again print over here, right? But into the second time, again when the j will increase, then 3 will 3 is less than or equal to 2. False. Condition false. Control next to the third loop. Onto this third loop, right? Again it will start with 5 and k less than equal to, this time what, it this time it will be 5 is less than equal to 2, not 1, because i's value is this time 2, right? So 5 is less than 2, it will print this. Again k minus minus, 4 is less than equal to 2, yes, it will print this. Again k minus minus, 3 is less than equal to 2, yes, it will print. Then again k minus minus, we are in the third loop till now. 2 is not less than 2, but 2 is equal to 2, right? Condition is still satisfied, it will print 4 times, right? Again, it will decrease further, 1 less than equal to 2, condition not satisfied, the loop is terminated, right? Again, the value of I will become 3, and then the same way it will print 3 times this dot, and 3 times it will get printed over here, right? So in the same way, we are able to achieve this inverted left star pattern, right? I have already jotted a program over here so that you're able to understand. I've already printed it over here, right? In order to save some video time. So if you just run this particular program, I have taken it over here, the same logic that I explained, right? So let me delete this time and print a space over here. Now run it. This is how your inverted right star pattern is looking like, right? So guys, I hope you have enjoyed the lecture. If you have still any doubt with respect to the content that you are not able to understand, I'll try to make you understand in a very dehati manner, right? Or in a very layman language. Still, if you're not able to get this particular logic, right? So please stay tuned for next upcoming patterns. Thank you for your time, guys, and thank you for your patience. Thank you. Thanks a lot.